Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. So, I had heard a video by Goodfellas Sports TV. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV. And I wanted to add on to what he was saying in regards to Dr. Dre and, his alleged beat making or track making or tracks that he produced. Now, according to reports by Suge Knight, Suge Knight said that, well, Dr. Dre really didn't produce the Doggy Style album, that it was more produced by, Daz Dillinger than it was Dr. Dre. And basically, they got Daz Dillinger basically to sign over his rights to the album to, basically they gave him some money under the table, and Dr. Dre pretty much got credit for the album. I think it said produced entirely by Dr. Dre. I had that CD, actually the cassette when it first came out, because when that came out, people were still, buying cassette tapes and stuff, but I had it on CD and cassette. But if I'm not mistaken, it said completely produced by Dr. Dre. So Dr. Dre got entirely the production credit. But according to Suge Knight, that Daz really produced that album, and he signed away his rights to any royalties made off the album. And that's unfortunate for Daz. But I've heard this about Dr. Dre before, about taking credit for beats that he didn't produce. Now, keep in mind, this supposed to happen with him and Scott Storch and Jazzy Faye. And if I'm not mistaken, DJ Quick said in an interview that Dr. Dre basically gave himself a production credit for, if I'm not mistaken, the track So Addicted by Truth Hurts, that Dr. Dre may have added just maybe an extra snare to it or something, or an extra clap to it. And basically he gave himself a co-producer credit. They be doing stuff like that. So, Puffy, he's known for doing that. So it would surprise me. Now, keep in mind, I did a video many years ago about who did I think was the best producer of the 90s. And I went with Jermaine Dupri instead of Dr. Dre. But I had Dr. Dre coming in second. But based off what I'm hearing now, it kind of make you wonder, well, what tracks did Dr. Dre actually produce? Now, I'm not saying that Dr. Dre did this with everybody, but you did hear about him, taking credit for tracks that was produced by other people. Now, I don't know if you guys know, Still Dre, according to many people, was actually the beat was actually made by Scott Storch. And then Scott Storch, I don't know if you know, he actually claimed that he made the Cry Me a River beat for Justin Timberlake. So, this is one of the many things that go on in the industry, when it comes to music, when it comes to songwriting and that kind of stuff. This is why the music industry and the entertainment business is as shady as it is, where you have people, you may write a film and you don't get full writer's credit for it, or somebody will just take your name off of a period. So didn't surprise me at all what I heard about Dr. Dre and what Suge Knight is claiming. Now, there hasn't been any response from Dr. Dre, but we'll see. And at this point, you got to ask yourself, does Dr. Dre need to respond? I mean, Dr. Dre is worth almost $1 billion. So if not worth $1 billion, he probably like, yeah. Anyway, it's your boy Town Biz. I'm out.